All right, so how are you guys doing today? Good? That's good. All right, all of my information on the board. I've taught pretty much all of you, I think. And then I also have this from Phil, teacher for Jimin. There you go. All right, so let's see, I got board markers here. Let's see, so I am Cassidy, teacher in class, in case you guys have forgotten. And so I'm gonna put my phone number on the board. And my cacao. If you like cats, I would follow my cacao. I'm always posting pictures of my cats. There we go. And then what we're going to do today is the VOCA, core sentences.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then LC. And then we're going to have our break. And then we're going to talk about independent speaking. Then we're going to talk about essay, brainstorm. And then write essay, outline. So these are all the things that we're doing today. It's gonna go by so fast. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So let me pass out. Yesterday I was like, oh, I can put these into a sentence for you guys. And then I looked at the paper. It already had sentences. I was like, I guess I can't. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side. This, I need this. Oh, it went all the way around. There we go. All right, is everybody looking at the vocabulary?
Yeah.
All right, so what is our first word?
Resistant.
Yeah, everybody, resistant.
Resistance.
And what is, well, actually, we don't need to know what that means. So first we have resistant. What is our next word? Go spiraling off. Now you guys, go spiraling off. Coastal. Manifest. In conjunction. Axis. Funnel. Mass. Despite. All right, so now that we've gone over the words, are there any in here that you guys don't recognize? Have you guys seen go spiraling off before?
No.
So you can think of something like turning, but you could say, like if I were to stand on this chair, and then I'd be like, whoa, 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 and then I fell off the chair, you could say, oh, Cassie, teacher spiraled off the chair. So you can use it in that way as well. So it's like, it falls, but not in like a predicted way. And then, what about in conjunction? Is that one easy peasy, or do you guys want more examples of that one?
It's okay.
It's okay? What about axis? Okay, so I drew this yesterday, and my students were like, oh, but I wouldn't trust my drawing. So we have the earth. This is my earth. So we know in the middle there's the equator. And then we have like the axis, I guess. And so like it can tilt, and when it's moving around the sun, we get day and night. So the earth turns on its axis and goes around the sun for day and night. So it's like da, 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 da. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are you guys sure? Okay.
We learned it.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I was like, if you see it, you'll know what it means. Even if it's a very terrible drawing. So what about funnel? Do you guys know what funnel is?
No.
I'll try to draw one, and let's see if you guys can recognize it. you pour something in here and then it comes out here. Usually like fit in a bottle or something. I'll show you guys a picture. Yesterday the same thing happened where they're like, oh. And I'm like, I think you guys don't understand. You gotta speak in English. What's that? Let's see. Funnel. Yeah. Let's see. Funnel. Funnel. Why does it keep going to funnel management? I don't need funnel management. Just a funnel. Okay, there we go. Let's see. A good one. I feel like this is the one people see the most. God, the internet's been really slow lately. It's driving me crazy. Da, 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 da. So this is a funnel.
Ah, yeah, Jimin was right.
But she said it in Korean. You guys are M2 Sky. All right. Is there anything else that you guys have questions about? Any words you don't recognize and want another example of? Thank you, Luna. Everybody else, you can be like, and I'll be like, okay. So make sure you shake your head yes or no. All right, so now we're going to move on to our core sentences. So I got to pass those out. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is 6. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you had an extra one? Oh, making me think I was wrong. With the wager class that I was teaching, Chloe knows. I would always be forgetting stuff and have to run all the way back to the teacher's room, all class. And so most of the comments the students said, like, I need to improve on, it's making sure to bring everything to class.
Do you like cats?
I don't like them. I love them.
Okay.
Yes, I have 2 cats, hopefully getting a 3rd, and then I'm going to foster one, so I'll have 4 cats.
Wow.
Yeah, the dream. It's the dream. Let's see. During break time, I can show you guys what they're doing, because I have a CCTV. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Let me go back. Gotta find the right listening file. Gotta look at these. Gotta look at that. There we go. No. There we go.
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
are we gonna listen to only one section?
Yep. Because we don't have a lot of time. So I think the more time we spend in the writing, the better.
Okay.
Is there only 3 questions?
No, 6. It's on the back. I was confused last time too, because I was like, I only have this one. Why is there more? Why is the Wi-Fi not working? Oh, it's killing me. I think I have it somewhere in here. Let me see. Oh. There. Does it play? No. Try it again. No internet at all? That's great. That's awesome. Everything is so great. Let's see. We'll try one more time. Come on! Okay. Let's try again. Download it one more time. buckos. We got a class. We gotta go.
You resemble Claire teacher so much.
Listen to part.
What?
You resemble Claire teacher so much.
Really?
Claire teacher always talks to herself too.
But if Phil teacher talked to himself, did you say, oh, you resemble Claire teacher so much?
But voice is similar too, so.
Okay. Okay, Luna. I'll be okay with this. All right, so
It's
here's...
nice to hear this.
You got the core sentences?
Yeah.
So we're on core sentences number 1. Here we go.
This is called the turning of the tide. The time it takes for the tide to rise and fall varies from place to place, but, like I just said, most places experience 4 changes a day.
Let's listen again.
This is called the turning of the tide. The time it takes for the tide to rise and fall varies from place to place, but, like I just said, most places experience 4 changes a day.
Does anybody need to hear it one more time? One more time? Don't be afraid to say you need it one more time, because you might be picked. Okay, so I'm going to put everybody's names into Wheel of Names. And that's how we're going to choose. So let's see. And then the person missing today is Junko, right?
Yeah.
Just him?
No, Kayam.
Kaya? Oh, got him.
Yeah.
So both of them? Or, okay. I gotta find, where did the Wheel of Names go? There it is. Okay. So, Junhyun and Gahyun. All right, so I'm gonna shuffle it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times because we have 10 students. And
Ginny.
Ginny! Woo! Come on, Ginny! Yeah, you're gonna write just the answers on the board. Yeah.
On the board.
All right, is everything perfect?
Yeah.
I believe it is, but I gotta check my answers. I lost my answers. No, they're right here. Takes for the time most places experience. Perfect. All right, let's move on to number 2. 53.
The moon has a great effect on the Earth's tides. Think about it. The moon's gravity is trying to pull the Earth toward it, yet it is unsuccessful. However, the water on the Earth is not as resistant as the rest of the planet. Think about it. The moon's gravity is trying to pull the Earth toward it, yet it is unsuccessful. However, the water on the Earth is not as resistant as the rest of the planet.
Does anyone need to listen one more time? No? You guys are sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna do Wheel of Names again, but I'm not picking up my laptop this time.
Eric.
Eric.
Woo! Wrong thing. It's unsuccessful. Is this it? No, the rest. Looks perfect to me. Let's move on to number 3. As soon as I sit down, I start getting really sleepy. I'm like,
How much time did you sleep last night?
what?
How much time did you sleep last night?
I maybe slept from like midnight to 7 a.m. So I slept pretty well, but it's just when you're teaching and you sit down, I feel like it's the same for you guys. When you're sitting down, you start to get really sleepy.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay awake in class, so I understand. All right, here's number 3.
The water on the planet. Nevertheless, the moon's gravitational pull on the water is noticeable in coastal regions where it manifests in the form of tides. The water on the planet. Nevertheless, the moon's gravitational pull on the water is noticeable in coastal regions where it manifests in the form of tides. The sun.
Anyone need to listen one more time?
The water on the planet. Nevertheless, the moon's gravitational pull on the water is noticeable in coastal regions where it manifests in the form of tides.
All right. Number 3.
Jimin.
Jimin. Woo. Does everything look perfect?
Yeah.
It is perfect. We get to move on to number 4. Let's see, 137.
It's much closer to the planet. Just in case you're interested, the sun's gravitational influence on the Earth's tides is less than 50% of the moon's. It's much closer to the planet. Just in case you're interested, the sun's gravitational influence on the Earth's tides is less than 50% of the moon's.
Anyone need to listen one more time? Any people need to listen one more time? No? Okay. Let's see. Number 4 goes to
Julie.
Julie. There's a possibility of snow at 1 a.m. Alright, is everything perfect?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, so now we get to move on to number 5.
All lined up with each other. During these times, the gravitational forces of the moon and sun work together to produce the highest tides each month. These are called spring tides, and they happen twice a month.
let's listen again.
All lined up with each other. During these times, the gravitational forces of the moon and sun work together to produce the highest tides each month.
Does anybody need to listen one more time? No? Okay. Let's see who our last victim is.
Luna.
Luna. And then I'll save these for next week.
What?
I'll save the rest of the people for next week.
Okay.
Because we only see each other once a week.
But for a long time, so.
Yeah.
No? Oh, sorry. Really, really sorry.
She was just doing extra work. She was trying to test you guys. Be careful, don't get your jacket blue.
Oh, okay.
All right. Is everything perfect? Yeah, all right. So now we're finished with this. So what is our homework for this week? We have
Dictation. Comprehension.
shadowing and
Comprehension.
yeah. So when do you guys think this homework is due?
Next week. Next Tuesday.
Next
Oh no, it's
Tuesday.
Monday.
LC homework due on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, if you want to turn it in early, go right ahead. Like, I don't mind if you turn it in early, but I figured Wednesday for all the students.
Okay.
So Wednesday for this homework, and then this homework, the essay outline. Hopefully we'll finish it in class, but if not, these will be at the same time. So the independent speaking and this will be due at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. So this one, it has a specific time. This one, it's okay if you turn it in late,
Okay.
because these take a little bit longer for me to grade. So make sure if you have any questions, you can always send me a message through here or here. All right. So now we gotta open up our note-taking page, and we gotta close our books.
What is it? I didn't bring mine.
That's okay. I printed like 10 copies because I was like middle 2. I don't know if they'll bring the book. So make sure, oh, you gotta face it this way. Make sure you have, go flip it over, you cheater.
Ah, I'm sorry.
All right, you gotta close your book. No book's open. All right, so I'm gonna have some note-taking goals for you today. We love a note-taking goal, right? I'm assuming everybody said, yeah. So our note-taking goal for today is to use 5 symbols. Do you guys know some examples of symbols?
Plus, minus.
Plus, minus, I have no idea.
Emoji.
Equal sign?
Equal.
You guys are giving all the math ones.
Arrow.
Up arrow, down arrow, side arrow, a star, a smiley face, a friendly face. Let's see, you can do, these ones I use the same. So you can use any of these kind of symbols, or you can draw pictures of symbols. I would say like this one, and these ones are the ones that I use the most. This is for the important information. This is how I show like the flow of my notes, because my notes kind of go like da 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 da. So I have to show like where everything's going next. And then this usually I put for like something good, and then this I put for something bad. So that's the the explanation of all this. Does anybody have questions on symbols? You guys are just watching my hair just fall down and me hit the board with my clip? Okay, good. So, we're gonna listen and we're gonna take some notes, okay? Let's get ready to note take. Alright. Here we go.
The world's ocean level rises and falls daily. This action is called the tide, as you no doubt already know. Typically, the tide rises and falls twice a day, but it may happen only once a day in some places. Tides usually rise and fall over the course of many hours. When the water level begins rising or falling, this is called the turning of the tide. The time it takes for the tide to rise and fall varies from place to place, but, like I just said, most places experience 4 changes a day. Additionally, one low tide is lower than the other and is called the lower low tide. Got that? Excellent. So, why do the tides occur? The tides occur because of gravity. The moon has a great effect on the Earth's tides. Think about it. The moon's gravity is trying to pull the Earth toward it, yet it is unsuccessful. However, the water on the Earth is not as resistant as the rest of the planet. Therefore, the water moves toward the moon. Of course, it doesn't go, spiraling off into space because Earth has its own gravity, which is keeping the water on the planet. Nevertheless, the moon's gravitational pull on the water is noticeable in coastal regions where it manifests in the form of tides. The sun also causes tides in much the same manner as the moon, but despite the sun's much greater size, the moon has a greater influence on the Earth's tides due to the fact that it's much closer to the planet. Just in case you're interested, the sun's gravitational influence on the Earth's tides is less than 50% of the moon's. However, since the two act in conjunction, they can have a significant effect on the tides. Here's an example. During a full moon or a new moon, the moon, sun, and Earth are all in conjunction. That is, they're all lined up with each other. During these times, the gravitational forces of the moon and sun work together to produce the highest tides each month. These are called spring tides, and they happen twice a month.
I have a question. Does this mean that halfway between a new moon and a full moon that, the tides are lower?
You figured that out rather quickly, Melissa. Yes, when the sun and moon are at roughly 90-degree angles to one another, which happens in both the first and third quarters of the moon's phases, the tides don't change much. These are called neap tides, and they also occur twice a month. Another question?
Yes, please. How big is the difference in terms of the height of the water between neap tides, spring tides, and normal tides?
Well, there's no simple answer to that question. I would estimate that the difference is roughly, let's say around 20% or so. But that's not an exact figure since the difference in water levels varies from place to place. The reason for this is that there are other forces which also affect the tides. For example, the Earth's rotation, the tilt of the Earth's axis, the condition of the sea floor, the currents, the depth of the coastal water, and the shape of the coastline. All of those factors play a role in how high and low the tides are. Oh yeah, and remember that the distance of the moon from the Earth varies slightly as it orbits the planet. Depending on how close or how far from the Earth the moon is, the moon's effect on the tides can change. Let's take a look at how the shape of the coastline can affect the tides. Up here on the screen is a scene from a port on the Bay of Fundy in Nova Scotia, Canada. As we watch this video, which has been accelerated to account for the passing of time, notice how extreme the tidal changes are. They're almost 20 meters in some places, making these tidal changes among the greatest in the world. See how much the tides are changing? Incredible, isn't it? Now, look at this map of the Bay of Fundy. Notice that the bay is long and narrow and shaped like a funnel. That's why the tides are so high. The mass of water in the bay has nowhere to go when the gravitational forces pull on it. It can't spread out across the wide ocean, so it causes very high tides.
There must be a lot of tidal power stations there.
You'd think so, but as far as I'm aware, there's only one small tidal power station in the Bay of Fundy. Some people are concerned it may negatively impact the environment, so no larger ones have been built yet. Hopefully, they'll start constructing more soon. Tidal power is cheap and clean. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted talking about that. Let's get back to discussing the tides.
All right, so now what you're gonna do is open up to page 18. Open up to page 18. So you're gonna be working on page 18 and 19. Sorry on the board. Sorry to erase all of your beautiful handwriting. So here we go. Page 18 through 19. Here are the questions.
Number 6. What aspect of tides does the professor mainly discuss? Number 7. What comparison does the professor make between the sun and the moon? Number 8. What is a spring tide? Number 9. What is the professor's attitude toward the student? Number 10. Why does the professor discuss the Bay of Fundy? Number 11. What does the professor imply about tidal power?
So you guys can get a little extra time to answer these questions. And you can do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So how many people are finished? Is everybody finished? Alrighty, let's look at question number 1. What do you guys think the question is? Number 6. Question number 6 is who thinks it is A, B, C, D? Correct. 6 is C. I don't know why I can't talk. Alright, now we're moving on to number 7. How many people think it's A, B, C, D? Good job. It is B. This happened with my class yesterday. I was like, guys, get stuff wrong so I can explain it. All right, number 8. A, B, C, D. It is D. And then number 9. A, B, C, D. This one is B. And then number 10, A, B, C, D. This is C. I think yesterday my class put B for this one, so good job. And then, or it might be the next one that they tripped up on. What about number 11, A, B, C,